Hi everybody, I'm just here to give you an update that today I went to the COVID-19 testing clinic to have, I just had COVID-19 test clinic to have COVID-19 tests. So it's interesting. So what had happened for me to decide to go to testing site, testing clinic? First, yesterday or last, particularly towards the end of the night, I started to feel some itchiness on my throat, which then developed to a sore throat, and I'm still experiencing it up to date today. I'm coughing every now and then, not persistent, but coughing because this sore throat makes me feel like the water or the saliva is just there. So either you clear your throat, then you sort of drink water, and then it's not like it makes you feel any better. It just at least helps you a little bit to like clear that, because you can feel it. Yeah, and I'm feeling like a little bit of headache, not as much, I, I, I tolerate a lot of, these types, because I, I'm a mom. There's a lot to do. So if you have a little bit of headache, you still go on. It's like nothing. The only thing that stops you from, for me, the only thing that stops me from doing anything is if I'm like really out, that I cannot stand up, or I'm throwing up or anything. But this is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably 1. But I know myself that what I'm feeling at the moment is will develop into a cold. So I think I should start, drinking some meds, which now reminds me I need to drink some meds because I've been so busy doing other things. Okay, now, so I went to, first I went online to see my symptoms checker. So there's a tool that you can go on to see if you need to see a GP or you go straight to the clinic. So that's what I was talking to you about. So you go on to what we call healthdirect.gov.au, and then you just answer the questions that they have on there. So I'll just answer the questions, or just let you know what the questions are by going through online, and then what the results would be. So it will ask for your age and gender, the symptoms that you have, the state you're living in, and all those bits and pieces. So the first thing is it will ask if you have if you're experiencing any of the following: crushing chest pain, unconscious or seizure, severe difficulty breathing, severe bleeding, sudden inability to move or speak, or sudden facial drooping, and the effects of a severe accident. So this is because they wanted to make sure that if you actually feel these things, you should just call 000. So 000 is the emergency hotline. So which means if you call that number, they will attend to you via an ambulance. So I just click on that because I don't need to call 000. So basic details first. They will ask for your gender and your age. So I will put my gender and my age. I will not tell you my age, and then what your symptoms are. So if you have if you're feeling breathless, if you're unconscious or drowsy, if you're turning blue or pale, if you were pale, were you feeling like cold on your skin, So I don't feel that those symptoms will continue. And then which state or territory you're in. So I'll answer that. And the next is if you're feeling, if you have a fever 37.5 or up, if you have an acute respiratory infection, which is coughing, shortness of breath, or sore throat. So that's the one I have. And if I lost the smell or loss of taste, so I had the sore throat. And then there is the coronavirus severe symptoms. It will ask for persistent shortness of breath. And then it will ask for chest pains, if you're feeling cold or shivering, if you're sweating, severe muscle pain and exhaustion. So severe muscle pain is, as I said, I'm not. It's very, very like super like it's all right. And then exhaustion is like it's a state of extreme mental or physical fatigue. So I'm all right, you know. I don't really. So then it will tell you to contact your GP. Under the current testing guidelines, you should get tested for COVID-19. So I called my GP, or general practitioner, and then unfortunately he's not available until tomorrow morning. I still booked the phone appointment just to see where I'm at with what I am feeling, if I'm feeling, you know, anything, and if it got worse or better, or what kind of, you know, if he could give me a medication for the sore throat. So that's what I did. I went to the clinic. Now I arrived probably morning up about 10:30. There were about 15 people. Actually, there were 12 that I can see in front of me, because it was in a big tent, and it you know, the zigzag kind of type of line. And then there were obviously people in the ones that were lining up down further down the end to get tested, which I wasn't able to see how many they were. So in all fairness, it was we were there waiting inside the tent for maybe 30 to 35 minutes, which I think is not that bad. So it was, you know, it was fine. So someone will be there to give you a mask. But we already have our own mask. We were wearing it already as soon as we stepped out of the car. I was with my daughter because it was school holidays. So we went there, lined up, and, you know, sanitize your hands, put the mask on if you don't have one. And then the next person that will be there is gonna ask you some questions. So gave me a paper that gave me a paper to what I need to do. So I need to register. So you register with a QR code over there, or you can register via your New South Wales digital notification. It's up to you. You could do a QR code or text message, or you can go to your service, New South Wales, or it depends where you are. As I've said, under I'm in New South Wales, so there's a different probably rules in other states. And then it says there, you know, information on what you need to do, what happens after your test, what if you are a close contact of a person with COVID-19, and then some tips for you to do while waiting as well. But the very, very important message is that I cannot go anywhere until I get the test. So, and so that's the first one. You cannot go anywhere, which includes like anywhere, because you wouldn't know if you have the virus already or not. And if I do get the test results as negative, but I'm still feeling this, then I need to get tested. So that, and then go back to the next line, blah 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 blah. The next person will be taking your details, so your name, your address, and a Medicare card. So the Medicare card is the card that is issued to all permanent or Australian citizens to assist you with test healthcare benefits. So obviously this is in relation to the health, so they need your healthcare Medicare health number. And then after that, you go line up or continue on, and that's when you will get the test. So what they did was first confirm your details on a sheet of sticker. So you know how when you get your blood test, you need to confirm the details so that to match, you know, that, why am I doing this, where they will put the results. So the tube, they pick up this really tiny, not tiny, thin paper. They and then they first ask you to open your mouth so that they stick it in your, like, around the throat area, which was really not good because, as you know, I have this sore throat. And then after that, the same thing that they use to stick up your throat, they stick it up your nose, so both left nostrils, left and right. So it wasn't that bad, but obviously it was not comfortable. And then after that, you're good to go, and you know, they say you will receive your results. So it says on the form 24 to 48, and then another page says 72, but I think it would be around 40, you know, in 1 or 2 days. So that's all for now. Obviously, as I said, I think this is just leading up to cold. So I would potentially have sniffles soon. I would potentially have coughs, you know, because it has been raining here, and it's humid, and then it's not, and then it's really hot, and then the last 2 weeks, there are nights that you just want to be under the duna. So I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling I can't say great, but I'm very, I was gonna say, I feel positive. No, I feel all right. So there's nothing to worry. We're just taking the precaution. We're just wanting to make sure that, if I'm feeling this, I want to make sure that I don't have the virus, and that I'm not, spreading it around, going on doing lots of things. So I will just stick around until it's all clear. So that's what I'm gonna do for the next 1, 2 days, 3, whatever. So I'll just be here, and obviously if I'm not feeling well, I will not be working or doing anything but just rest. All right, so I'm done now. I'm actually feeling I need to sleep, so I will see you and let you know what will happen. So this is my day 1. Bye.